Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Timmy Treacle, also known as Horror Fan for Life. And today I am doing my Throwback Thursday movie review for you guys. And the movie that I have chosen this week is called Back to School. This movie was released on June 13th, 1986. It is a comedy film that received positive reviews from critics. Currently on CinemaScore, it has an average grade of an A-. It has a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb, an 80% on Google, and an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. The movie had a $11 million budget. It made $91.3 million at the box office. The movie was directed by Alan Metter and co-written by Harold Ramis, rest in peace, Stephen Campman, and Will Porter. This movie was the sixth highest grossing film of 1986. And in this movie, it features the band Oingo Boingo, and there's a small cameo by author Kurt Vonnegut in this movie. This movie has a great cast. You got Rodney Dangerfield, Keith Gordon, Burt Young, Sally Kellerman, Robert Downey Jr., Sam Kinison, William Zabka, Ned Beatty, Adrienne Barbeau, and just a tremendous cast in this movie. And a little bit about this movie is you have Thornton Mellon, played by Rodney Dangerfield, who as a kid didn't want to go to school, didn't really care about his education, and his father told him a man is only good as if he's got an education. And so, dropping out, he does become a successful businessman and a multimillionaire. His son, played by Keith Gordon, you have Jason Mellon, who's off to college, and he's just an average student. And he tells his dad that he's on the swim team, but in reality is he's just a towel boy. His father and his current wife, Vanessa Mellon, are having a party. There are a lot of our friends there. They get into an argument, and he decides that he's going to go and see his son, because it's been a while since he's seen him. So he heads to the college, thinking that he's in this frat house as well, which is just, we find out, is just another lie he told his dad, and ends up going into a woman's fraternity. And there's a classic scene in this movie where he's looking for his son Jason, and this girl's in the shower. He pulls back the curtain, and she's, of course, there naked. And he's like, "I'm sorry, son, honey, I didn't see a thing." And he closes the curtain, then he opens it back up, and he's like, "You're perfect." That is one of my favorite scenes in this movie. Rodney being a stand-up comedian, his comedic timing is on point in this movie. And, of course, with Rodney, he did some improvising as well. But this is just a funny movie. Burt Young, who plays his bodyguard Lou in this movie, is great as well. Doesn't have a lot of lines, but he is really good in this movie. Sally Kellerman plays Dr. Diane Turner, professor at the college, and she is currently seeing Dr. Philip Barbet, who's another professor there. And, of course, we have Thornton, who is getting on his son about, without an education, you're pretty much nothing. And it doesn't matter how rich or successful a man is, you got to have an education. And his son made the comment that, well, you're not doing it, so you don't know how hard it is. So him being a millionaire decides to enroll as a freshman in college and, do it with his son, right alongside his son. Pretty much he has to buy his way in. He puts a lot of money into a new business school there for the college, of course named after Thornton Mellon. And Dr. Philip Barbet is not really happy with his enrollment because he's almost 3 times as old as the average freshman. Regardless, though, this movie is freaking hilarious. We got a nice Robert Downey Jr. in this movie, who's kind of a nerd, punk kind of kid. There's a love interest for Jason Mellon in this movie. Um, you have Valerie Desmond, played by Terry Farrell, who's just absolutely beautiful. Thornton's soon-to-be ex-wife in this movie is played by Adrienne Barbeau. She's fantastic in this movie. This movie's filled with a lot of great comedic performances, led by Rodney Dangerfield. There's a great scene in a bar where he's singing a song. It's just freaking awesome. And I love this movie. This movie is one of my go-tos all the time. If there's nothing on and I want to laugh, I will turn this movie on. Anything with Rodney Dangerfield is pretty much gold, especially early on in his movie career, which didn't get started till he was a lot older than most people, which really sucks because I think he could have done a lot more great movies outside of the comedic roles, of course. And then, of course, in this movie, you have William Zabka, who I've said many times before, he is known as the asshole of the 80s, being that he was the bad boy in Karate Kid versus Ralph Macchio. He had a small part in European Vacation, but still an asshole. Just One of the Guys, Craig Tolan, he was an asshole in that movie too. And of course in this movie, he's a giant douchebag, but an asshole. But William Zabka played the asshole part very well, and I like his performances in the movies. He plays the perfect part. So outside of that, though, Ned Beatty is the dean of the school. You could have seen Dean on Roseanne, of course. Keith Gordon, he was in Christine, amongst other movies. Adrienne Barbeau was also in, I believe she was in Creep Show. I believe it was the segment The Crate, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below. But I believe I'm right. But Back to School is a funny movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. You will laugh your ass off in this movie. And of course, I'm going to give Back to School a 10 out of 10 and 2 thumbs up. So definitely check this movie out. In the comment section below, if you've seen it, give me your thoughts and opinions. And what is your favorite Rodney Dangerfield film? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. And if you like this review, hit that like button. Also, if you have a movie idea for a Throwback Thursday video for my channel, drop it in the comment section below and I will definitely do that for you. And as always, if you have a suggestion for a top 10 or ranking video, let me know that in the comment section below as well. But I thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for many more movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reviews, top 10s and rankings, and check you later.